What's up YouTube? Welcome to my crib.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on MTV Cribs. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. In this episode we thought we would show you guys a little bit of a tour of our van, which is also our little home. We live in it full time while we travel Australia.
So I guess we'll talk a bit about the van itself. So the van is a Coromal Appeal 647. We bought this van back in April last year. So we were shopping around for caravans a little bit at that point. We've seen a few different types. We're actually going to buy a Viscount V2 bunk van. But we were just cruising up to the sunny coast to catch up with some family, and we seen that was it the Nudgy dealership?
Yeah, it was Nudgy.
Apollo, that's
Apollo,
right.
Yeah, I was going to say Appeal. Apollo.
Yeah. They had an expo on, so we just stopped in there for a sticky beak, and well, this van kind of just chose us, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did. It was just the price. We had a pretty tight budget. Yeah, like if you watched our video why we chose the van life, you would know that this lifestyle was pretty spontaneous for us. So yeah, we just pitched this van because of the price, and yeah, just ticked all the boxes.
It did, yes. Yeah. It had everything that we needed to have in it. And for $43,500 tow away was a pretty bloody good price.
Yeah,
compared to the Viscount V2s. They were like, what, 70?
Yeah, it was 70.
About 70k. So to see a van 30k cheaper, we just jumped on it and bought it, and it chose us.
Yeah.
So let's run through the van, hey? Cool. So up front we got two 9-kilo gas bottles. It's always a good idea to have two gas bottles, because when you run out of one, you just switch it over to the other and get the empty one filled, chuck it back in, and do the same when your second one gets empty. We've got storage up in the front of the van as well, just in this little storage compartment. It's a bit messy at the moment, but I got jerry cans up there. The annex folds up and goes in there, camp chairs, all of our like water pipes and power cables and all that sort of jazz goes in there.
It's pretty snug.
Yeah, it fits pretty snug. It's quite a tight fit actually, so it's a bit of an art, I suppose, packing it. It never gets packed the same way twice since we've left, so we're learning as we go. And like most vans, you've got your power inlet there. We've got a 15 amp plug on our site here, which is lucky enough for us. We run everything off that. And we've got our water filler here. So this is for our tanks, and we're not keeping our water on full time here. We just fill our tanks when they're empty. And obviously if you do want to have water plugged in full time, you go into that one just there. See our little toilet latch here? Toilet tucks away in there. It's not in there at the moment, we're cleaning it. But we've got a video on how all that works, so check that out. So this van is a semi-off-road van. The suspension it's got underneath it is this like Coromal specific patented independent suspension. It's pretty good, like it tows really well. We've towed it up and down the beach. We've got videos of that, so in other videos as well, so feel free to have a look at those. Show you guys little suspension sticker, easy tow independent suspension. If you guys want to look it up, I guess you can see it. The van as well is a aluminium frame van, so there's mostly no timber throughout, which was a big plus for us. It's insulated as well, which works pretty well. When we were on the beach with the sun beating down on us, it stayed pretty cool, so it's good to have a van insulated. I don't even think they make them not insulated. I don't know a great deal about caravans, but I'm just giving you the info on this one.
So behind me is our annex. It's a new addition. We just had this built a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago, and we had it done by Wardy from RV Warehouse. Wardy is based up here on the sunny coast, and he came out, he's mobile, and initially had a little bit of like a chat about what we want. This is totally customizable. We got to choose the colors, how many windows we wanted. So we're not always going to have this annex up everywhere we go, especially if we're like just going for somewhere for a night or two. It does take about an hour on top to kind of put it all up. It's still new to us, but we will put it up when we stay at places for I guess longer than a week. But one of my favorite additions, part of it is this it's like a skylight. What's it called?
It's called Light Master.
Light Master, that's right. It's
yeah.
my favorite. I love light. I love letting light in, so it does a really good job of that. So we paid just over $3,000 for our annex, and we also got the floor included. It just velcros onto the walls around, and it's really handy because obviously keeps our stuff dry, and when it rains a lot, which we've had our fair share of rain so far. Oh man, have we ever? Yeah, and when all the water like comes under the Caravan, it usually just keeps our floor pretty dry. Anyway, it's a little bit hot in here, so I'll just quickly open up this window and I'll show you guys that as well.
Oh, she's too quick for me. Jesus, I can't move the camera that fast.
I'm not really.
You're not either stuff around, are you?
No. It's just hot in there.
Yeah, come on.
It's really a two-person job.
Yeah, but I can't help you. I'm holding the camera, babe.
Yeah, so this is, I guess, not how you roll it up. Do the middle first.
Gives them an idea, though. Gives you a rough idea of the process. But yeah, it's really good. You've got this fly screen stuff here. It's really, really tight and knit, so midges and nothing can get through. But air gets through, keeps it nice and cool, and lets more light in as well when it's nice. Like right now. But give it half an hour and it'll rain again, because if you're on the sunny coast, you'll know it's been raining every half an hour for the past 6 weeks.
Yeah, it is the rain is definitely persistent at the moment, but yeah, luckily we have this put up.
Yeah, this has been like a lifesaver.
As well, I couldn't recommend Wardy from RV Warehouse enough. Like I said, it was totally customizable, and he was really helpful with our needs and helping us select things that would be suitable for us. So,
also wanted to add, the annex comes with a little awning. This up here you see here, so this is like an extra add-on thing if you want to chuck it on. It comes in pretty handy. We've got our barbie table and some stuff stored underneath here, and it also makes it a lot more pleasant to open your door and get in while it's raining, so you don't get drenched. So not a bad little thing to chuck on your annex. Oh, and our little light setup. We've got our tinny battery running this little LED strip light we've got, and it lights us up for cooking dinner on the Weber at night time.
So our van and the stuff we have is still a little bit of a work in progress. So we've already done 2 or 3 big culls of things, getting rid of things since we've already...
Just stuff we thought we were going to need that we just don't need, we don't use, takes up space.
Yeah, so we've already done 2-3 culls of that. So this is what we have at the moment in our annex.
Got our guitars, djembe, and our floor cushions. Kids corner with some of their toys and Shani's favourite umbrella. Washing machine and spin dryer. A bag of cement to make these cool little candles that Shani and I are planning to make. More kid stuff. Our little ice box that's currently just used for some storage at the moment. And our more candle gear over there. One of our favourite buys, I'll let Shani do this one.
Yeah, one of our favourite buys, which is another new addition that we just got a couple of weeks ago and we didn't realise we needed until now we have it and it's amazing, is an outdoor dining table. Look
at this bad boy. This is Italian leather. No, it's not. It's just an Australia plastic picnic table set.
It's so handy though.
It's pretty good, really handy. It just makes eating dinner, I suppose, a lot nicer than trying to squeeze into the van and eat dinner with the 2 kids.
Yeah, so we'll take you inside in a sec, but yeah, we basically got this because it was just chaotic trying to cook
trying to prepare dinner with the kids sitting there trying to eat at the same time.
Oh, it was maniac. So yeah, it's nice to come out here and have dinner in the afternoons as well, which is pretty good. One thing though, which I would definitely recommend checking out if you're ever going to get a Caravan, is see what kind of light you have outside. Because
this little light is dingy as, like you turn it on and it does, it's like this little dull yellow mood light. Like check it out, it does nothing. Like, so if you can get some better lighting outside, do it. We will definitely be trying to organise some better lighting out here at some point.
I have this vision, I've always had this vision when I'm like thought of moving in the Caravan and having this annex and having this outdoor space. I really want it to have fairy lights running up and down the ceiling. I wanted to have like an outdoor theatre, like a projector with a movie on the wall and like cushions and stuff everywhere. So I don't know.
It'll happen. We'll get there.
We'll get there. Like I said, it is a work in progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys will, I guess, watch us grow and see how things will change as well.
The evolution of living in a Caravan. Stay tuned.
And with all our rubbish, we literally just bought this 60-litre wheelie bin. It's just like a mini normal council wheelie bin, and we just put a plastic bag in there and fill our rubbish up in there and then take it to the closest rubbish bin, I suppose. It works pretty well. So as you can see, my aloe vera is looking pretty upset because I only just repotted it from its mother plant and it just won't stop raining. But I just wanted to mention this is currently the only plant we are taking with us on our travels in our caravan. I just seen that you can put it in smoothies, so I'm going to give that a go. But we basically just cut a piece off when the kids get sunburned or have a mosquito bite or something and just put the gel on it, so that is really handy to have. Alright, now it brings you...
Happy day!
Try, take two. Now it brings us to my favourite part. We'll show you guys inside the van. Follow me.
What's up, YouTube? Like... Welcome to my crib.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on MTV Cribs. Anyways, stop. I don't know what I'm saying next. Disclaimer, please do not judge us by our linen because we don't have any at the moment because it's being washed currently with our mums back in Brisbane. So, woo, thanks mums for that.
Yeah,
so
shout out to the mums of the world.
Yeah, we
saving the day.
Have just been wanting to do this tour video for like two and a half weeks now. It's just been raining non-stop. The kids aren't here with us at the moment, so we just thought we'd take the opportunity to show you guys.
While the van's clean, I guess, because when the kids are here, the van is never, ever, ever, ever this clean, man.
Yeah, ever. So,
anywho,
appreciating this moment. So as you can see, we do have the bunk beds for the kids. They're pretty handy. Braxton is obviously on top, and
yeah, because if Leo fell off here, which he probably would, it would be a nasty little fall for him. So, big boy up top.
Yeah, and Leonardo is at the bottom. Antonio built this crib-like jail cage-like.
It's actually pretty good.
It is so handy. So Leonardo is, I think he's like 20 months old now, so he's not so bad now, but obviously when he was a little bit younger, he would roll out, and he did, I think, once. So we had this, well, Antonio built this, and it works really well.
It just pops in there and keeps him from falling out.
Yeah, there you go.
And escaping when it's bedtime. You know, if you got kids and they try and sleep in a normal bed, they're going to escape as much as they can, man. So that keeps him locked in there till he passes out.
Cool. So I won't show you guys almost everything, but there is some storage underneath the kids' bed. So I'll show you a little bit on what we have for our travels, which once again is mostly kids' toys, and I forgot about this part, so I did not bother tidying it up. But you can see we carry a few books, some kids' toys, which we'll probably do a cull on, a motorbike helmet. When we go on hikes eventually, when we do longer hikes, we've got that backpack. What else? We got some DVDs.
Got our duffel bag.
Our duffel bag, which we're not using or storing anything in that at the moment. But
except for other bags.
Yeah, but as you can see, this is a pretty big storage space, and we could fit a lot more in here, but we just haven't really needed to use it all.
Well, we do fit more stuff in there. When we actually pack the van up and leave, a lot of the stuff from outside gets put under there.
Yeah, so that's pretty handy.
Is that bed nice and good? Is she down?
Yeah, she's down.
Sweet.
They're not too uncomfortable either. Like, I have laid on these bunk beds before. They're not too bad. Braxton, we have a doona underneath to kind of plush it up a little bit, make it like a
bit softer.
But otherwise we almost forgot. So with the kids, I know a lot of people have asked me, I guess, how we manage as a family of four living with two kids
in a space that's like this big. Like, you can reach the fridge from the lounge room.
How do we get our personal privacy kind of time? And this helps. So it is just a little
dividing curtain. Closes up the kids in their area.
Yeah, the annex has also been great for that. When they've kind of like pissed us off, we just kick them outside.
Kick them outside in the annex, yeah, and leave them out there. Yeah, but they got toys and everything they need out there.
Yeah, but this is basically it. This is as much privacy as we get.
Yeah. It's not the best, but it's better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah.
Every house has like a bit of an everything basket, so this is our everything basket. Got a fire extinguisher on board, comes with the van. We haven't had to use it. Fingers crossed we don't have to use it, but it's there if we do need it. Here's our shoe cabinet. I try pretty hard to keep this organised, but basically our kids' shoes are on top, and our shoes are at the bottom. We do have toilet paper in case you guys are wondering. We got lucky, second last packet. Anyways, some baby wipes for Leo's bum, some other kids stuff, chalk, and some board games in the back there as well. Cool, so we have a pretty sneaky toilet shower combo in here. Ta-da! Oh baby.
Yeah, so that's literally it. It's toilet and shower, no ensuite for us anymore.
Toilet there, shower up there.
Yeah, and we just obviously all have our basic
bits and bobs
in there. We normally have to always take our toilet paper out when we have a shower because it gets wet.
Yeah.
So that is a little bit annoying, and while I'm in the toilet shower kind of space, that's one thing that's annoying. The other thing that's annoying is like hanging our towels up, so we don't have the space, or well, I don't know, we could probably put a hook here or something.
But have it inside there, it'll just get wet again.
Yeah, so don't really have that space to hang a towel, which just hangs up
on the corner at
the moment.
I suppose it's been doing the job so far.
Yeah, it's been doing the job so far, but that's one thing I
cool.
want to mention.
I'll run you guys through the fridge. This is our Dometic 3-way fridge. It's 186 litres, and I say 3-way because it runs on gas, AC and DC. You have an automatic selection mode, which I haven't wired up just because manual selection mode has been doing it fine for me so far. You have all your different settings and stuff there, but I'll run you through I suppose what each setting does and what it's for. So gas is what we use in this van for our long-term free camping. So running this fridge on gas is really efficient. We get like, I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks or so out of a 9-kilo gas bottle running the fridge and barbecue and our gas cooktop as well. AC is for when we're plugged into power, so obviously saves our gas, and then DC is for when we're towing the van around. So you can't run your gas while you're towing, it's just dangerous. So you have it plugged into a DC power supply, which is your car, while it's running, and your fridge will run off that. The fridge is pretty thirsty on power on DC. It draws 19 amps. That's why we don't run it on DC while we're not plugged into a car that's running, because it'll just suck the juice out of the battery quick smart.
We hardly use our freezer. We buy all of our vegetables and meat fresh,
and we eat it.
Yeah,
we
within that reasonable time frame. So we do meal plan and that kind of stuff. So our freezer basically has nothing. Just sometimes we'll have ice blocks for the kids.
Yep. So anyway, freezer up top, fridge down the bottom. Holy shit! I put the juice away properly. Never mind. If you guys like juice, this Mountain Fresh fruit juice stuff is pretty damn good. Give it a try. But anyway, here's our fridge.
Make it work.
Yeah, it's all packed in there. It gets pretty tight sometimes, I guess, having, I suppose, just shifting from a much bigger fridge in a house to a 186 litre freezer combo in a van, but we make it work. It's a bit tight and a bit messy sometimes, but yeah,
can you do?
Does the job.
I don't know what you mean to say about it, actually.
This is our fruit basket, everyone. I just stuck a hook in the wall, hung our basket up, all our fruit goes in there. It just kind of helps to free up more space.
And it looks cute.
And it looks cute. Yeah.
Cool. So this is our lounge and dining area. Basically where all the chit chat, fun stuff goes down.
Yeah, like trying to clean up after the kids when they trash it.
Yeah, so there is storage space underneath both of these chairs, which...
You're going to try and lift it up, but don't. Oh,
yeah, I'm not going to do that. Basically how it works is they're Velcroed on, so you lift that one out first. And obviously this one will lift straight up, and there is storage space in there. What do we have stored in there at the moment?
At the moment, I've forgotten what we've stored in there. I know we have sleeping bags in that one, so we have like cold weather sleeping bags in there to use for like if we're ever staying somewhere that's snowy and cold. And on this side I had my guitar amplifier and my work boots and another motorbike helmet stored in this side, but we have since gotten rid of a fair bit of that stuff. So I think we're vacant space under here at the moment, which is pretty cool.
So as you can already tell, we do have a bit of space in our caravan, which is pretty handy. This table also comes up as well. When this caravan was sold to us, I was told that it can, this turns out into, folds out into like a bed. It's a pretty uncomfortable bed.
No, it's not. It's pretty good. I like it. It's not for a tall adult. Like you could probably
sleep on an angle.
Yeah, if you slept on an angle or something, or it was just for a few nights, you had someone staying with you, it works well. But for the kids and stuff, a spare kid bed, it works really, really well as a spare kid's bed. I don't think it's too bad at all.
This is our kitchen area, basically where I do all the cooking. It took about a month for Antonio to put up our magnetic knife holder and our spice rack, but they're a couple of my favourite additions to the caravan. This magnetic knife holder was $10 from IKEA, and we rate it. We have not had a knife fall down since we've been towing the van. And like,
even on the beach and everything, all the knives are stuck there really good.
Yeah, sorry if you have OCD and they're not human apart. And then obviously it's our spice rack. Nothing really exciting happening there,
but everything's better with Forgetter. Anyone who knows what Forgetter is knows that this is good shit.
Good stuff. Yeah, so we do have a gas top stove. So we use this is our kettle. We've had this for
5 years now.
5 years or so. It's can't speak. Oh my God. It has lived with us through all of our camping travels, really.
Yeah, it does. And it isn't just gas. It does have an electric top as well. However, we have never used it.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Shani didn't even know it was there.
Yeah,
but
we
there
never
it
use
is.
that. We just use
Maybe
gas.
when we run into gas one day and we really need to use it, we can use it.
Yeah, and then we obviously have a little grill here, which we've used before. We've just grilled up garlic bread
and toast and pizzas.
Yeah, before we bought a toaster we would use. And then obviously our microwave. So one thing I was really impressed with, I'm assuming if you're watching this you probably are interested in buying a caravan or living in a caravan yourself, but one thing that I was like stoked with when I first went into this caravan was it's basically like, it literally is a little house. It has pretty much most, if not all, of the electronics. What are these things called?
Microwaves?
Yeah, appliances that you need, which...
yeah, caravans have most of the microwaves that you could need.
Yeah, it was just a surprise to me. It was just something that I was shocked with, and everything's so modern, so it's pretty cool.
Yep, and there's storage underneath all this stuff too, with cupboards and that. So we've got like cleaning gear and a bit of plant food there for when we actually grow some plants.
Yeah, so all our kind of nasty kind of chemicals are down there.
Not really nasty at all. We've got like eco-friendly eucalyptus. We've got a natural ant repellent to get the ants out of the van.
Yeah.
Our toilet chemical under there, and the only nice one is the bleach, the Domestos.
It's just like a normal kitchen.
Got your sink. We've got our dish rack.
Yeah. Underneath here is where Antonio has installed our water filter in here. A
ceramic candle filter. You buy them for $100 from like BCF or something. I just plumbed it in with some John Guest fittings and some hose fittings as well. And so that filters our water.
Yeah.
We've got our toaster under there. And fry pan.
Our fry pan, which is also a fry pan that has lived with us through all of our travels. It's probably about 5 years old.
Camp fry pan.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there you go.
Cool.
We've also got our...
People call these things different things. I don't know, I call it a toasty machine. Just leave in the comments what you guys call it. Toasty machine.
One thing that's worth mentioning as well is the cupboards in the caravan. So when like you're driving or towing the van, so everything doesn't fall out, they have this little kind of clip. You need to clip it down to open it. So that's pretty good. It's really good because obviously Leo is little and he likes to
get into everything.
Just get into everything, and he hasn't been able to. He's been unsuccessful since living in the van. It's really important when you're traveling, especially full time, is to have like a first aid kit.
A medicine cabinet.
Medicine cabinet. I've also brought
sewing
kit, which is my grandma's old stuff. I've already had to use this a few times. I don't know why. Like my clothes have ripped a few times since living in the van. I'm blaming those laundry mats, but anyways, so this has come in handy. Rate it. And yes, we've got some other first aid kits over here. We need to upgrade that, but we'll get around to that as well. Other bits and bobs. If you were looking for kind of how to organize your caravan,
yeah, don't come to us for that.
We are not the best for that. Definitely not. We like practicality and we like keeping things simple, but sometimes, yeah, organizing and shelving and all that kind of stuff is not our
Look at this for organizing. We got this nice Tasmanian driftwood that we picked up when camping in Tasmania. I just stuck some hooks in that and screwed it to the wall. We hang our hats and headbands off that.
We really want to kind of build up our decor and buy from artists that we meet on the road, and buy from people who have created the things themselves, and then fill our caravan with that. So like Antonio said, well, this is a piece of driftwood that we picked up in Tasmania a few years ago. We've got some family photos from our Polaroid. This I picked up from a few years ago from a nursery back in Brisbane. This is a piece of driftwood I just picked up from like one of the beaches not too long ago, and then I cut off this. I can't remember the scientific name for it, but it's called an air plant. So it basically survives off air and you just spray it with a little bit of water. So I've just glued that onto there, and we've used some double-sided tape, which is slowly becoming our best friend because I love
it is, hey.
I love decor. You know, I think it's those little touches that really make your home special and feel homely. So I guess that has been something I've struggled with first couple of months living in the van. We didn't really have anything, but we're slowly building it up, and I want each piece of decor to be like a little bit of treasure and to have a memory with it.
Another bit we've got here is this artwork from Justin from Underwater Imagery. We met him at the Peregrine Beach Markets. This is a photograph he's taken, I think, of Lady Elliot Island or Lady Musgrave Island, I can't remember, but it's a great photo, man. Look at it. So we could not help but grab that and stick that up in the van.
Yeah, I think it's really important to support your local artists as well. We've just put this up because, like I said, double-sided tape has recently become our best friend. It's a map, as you can see, a map of Australia. So our real estate agent, who is also our friend, gifted us this when we sold our house, which is a pretty thoughtful gift. So everywhere we go, we'll just get the kids, it's like a scratch kind of thing. You can see a little bit there.
Scratch off the areas you've been.
Yeah.
As you go around. We haven't done any of it yet, but we just stuck it up, so we'll get the kids onto that when we get them back.
And it's really thoughtful because we love our paper maps. Everywhere we've travelled, we've always bought a paper map.
Yeah, we have. So gadgets we've got just got our little radio mounted up here. Our solar regulator that I suppose charges our battery off our solar panel and gives us our voltage reading and our amperage draw as well, or our amperage feed from the solar. And then I added this one in as well because this van didn't come with any water gauges, so I went for the top RG litre counter, the flush mount one that runs off 12 volt as opposed to the battery one, just because its flush mount looks a lot neater. I just wired that into the same circuit that the radio runs off, and it just runs down to a little gauge all underneath the Caravan, just after the water pump, and it just counts the litres. So we just reset that when we fill up, and it tells you how many litres you've got left. So we have 75 left at the moment. If you were to turn the water on, you'll see it starts flowing and it starts counting down the litres. Just thought it's worth a mention too, we have 118 litres of water storage. So we have two 59 litre tanks. We probably will look at getting another one because 60 litres, that only gives us 2 days worth of water really. So with free camping, we'd like to be able to stay out a little bit longer, so more water is definitely on the cards. So here's our bed.
Yeah.
Here's Shani.
I was just like...
Back to our bed. I thought she was going to speak then, but she didn't. So yeah, no linen. It's a queen size bed. That's what it looks like. Yeah. So we've got storage underneath our bed. It's quite a big storage space, so a lot of our stuff goes under here, as you can see. We've got power tools I've got stashed over there, clamps and a bit of cable wire pulling stuff to help run cables through the van if we need to. I've got 2 boxes of just spare nuts, bolts, rivets, bits and bobs, and then electrical gear as well, which comes in handy for mods and repairs that we need to do on the road. We've got
a dirty laundry basket, which is empty because all of our stuff's getting cleaned out at the moment. Oh. And we've also packed up all of our winter stuff, which is down at the back.
There, so all our winter gear is stored at the back there because we don't need it at the moment. Another box just full of more of our stuff as well.
The inverter is probably...
Oh yeah, the inverter is a good mention. So this is our 2000 watt inverter. It's pure sine wave inverter, so it can charge all your sensitive batteries and stuff like that. Give you a better look at it. Cool, so I wired that in just directly to the battery there. The battery is a 100 amp hour deep cycle AGM battery in the van. So far it's been ample for our travels, but we may look at upgrading if we do need to, but I don't think we will.
So good. We have these little USB DC power slots everywhere, so it comes in really handy when you need to charge like your iPhone or any little things like that.
So the USB ports work all the time, whether we're connected to power or not. They run off the house battery in the van, which is a 100 amp hour deep cycle AGM battery. All the 240 volt power ports, like the GPOs and stuff, they only work while we are plugged into power. So we did have internet set up in the van. We had our mobile broadband device sitting right over there, but we've gotten rid of that now. It just got too expensive, and data usage was, I don't know, it just didn't seem realistic. We were blasting through 100 gig of data in no time. So we decided to cull that. All our internet usage now is off our 2 mobile plans. So we just hotspot to laptop or iPad or whatever as well, which basically makes our TV pretty well useless now. We don't use it at all. We did have a Chromecast set up, but you need Wi-Fi to run Chromecast. Chromecast doesn't work off a hotspot. So you guys remember how I just said it's sunny at the moment? And I was going to say it was going to rain in about half an hour. Well, you guessed it. It's raining again. Look at that. You wouldn't have guessed that half an hour ago, would you? Shit, I better close up this thing because a lot of stuff's getting wet.
So once again, more storage space, which is basically everywhere. Underneath our TV, we just keep, oh, it's a little bit random actually.
Move the telescope out of the way.
Oh yeah.
We've got a telescope for checking out the moon. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it works really well. Oh, yeah.
Everything's just kind of chucked in there. That's typical Shani styling though. Shani likes to just basketball shot everything into cupboards. That's alright.
But you can't see it. And it's like organised mess for me. Like all my, I don't know, personal items and that kind of stuff is in here. We also got some DVDs and that kind of thing.
Ready to see Shani's cupboard? Has it changed from our first video? Go look at our first video and you will see that in December there's been no change in Shani's storage of her clothes.
Yeah.
Just boom, basketball shot, 3-pointers. Well, I reckon she stands back here and just sends the clothes into the cupboard over there. But it's all good. She'll turn 17 one day and clean her shit.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I organise the kids' stuff, but my own stuff I'm just like, eh. So basically I had to cull and get rid of a lot of clothes. I mean, I didn't even think I owned a lot of clothes, but apparently I did. And I did so many op shop runs and like bags and bags full of clothes. So it does look a bit chaotic there, but that is a big cull. And I'm pretty sure I only wear like five of the same things on rotation. We use for all of our like important documents and that kind of stuff, birth certificates, passports, those kinds of things, we keep them in underneath here, and we just keep them in our caravan
our filing
folder.
cabinet
This
supplied to us by Coromal.
Yeah, so everything's in there, and do you know what? It seems to work fine as well. So
got to shift it across to the left a bit.
Yeah.
There you go. Another thing we added into the van was these Sirocco. Yep, I said it right. Sirocco fans. They're pretty pricey. They're about 145 bucks each. We bought 3 of them, and they just wired into our 12-volt circuit. I just wired that into the same circuit these little lights here are connected to. You just pop the button. She's got 3 different speeds. Can you guys feel the breeze? Oh, it's good. They're pretty dumb. Oh. Basically, I'm Rick from Rick and Morty. I just can't help but burp. But no, the fans, they're pretty good. We got one there for our bed. And it kind of works even if we're in the lounge room area. You can still feel the breeze. And we've got one for each of the children. Braxton's one there, and Leo's one just under there. So they're a nice little thing to add into your van if you don't have fans. Because the AC that we have, which is a two-way AC, so it's a heater and aircon. It runs really efficiently, quite quietly, and does a really, really good job of cooling and heating the van. But yeah, when you're not plugged into power, that doesn't work, and the fans come in super handy. Behind the van, it's raining outside, so I'm not going out there again. But behind the van, we just have a rear bar that has a spare wheel mount on it. Nothing fancy, that's it. I did weld the toolbox on there, but it wasn't compliant with the law, and it obstructed vision to my lights and license plate. So I had to cull that idea and just put the spare wheel back on there.
So basically everything that we owned in our caravan...
Come on, Shani.
Take 3. So basically everything we owned in our house we've transferred to our caravan. For example, our glassware, we just already had these. Our coffee cups, this is my favorite coffee cup ever because I don't like a lot of coffee, so it's the good amount. We have that, we have a travel cup. We got our plates. Oh, we did buy these plates for the caravan, but just because I liked the look of them. But our bowls and yeah, all that kind of stuff is literally just from our house. So don't think you need to buy all this new caravan-y kind of stuff, because they usually get you on that and, you know, make it sound
Shit's expensive, man.
Yeah, they make it sound super good and it's for caravan use, but really you don't need to like fall into all of that.
The real reason we bought plates for the caravan was because our ceramic plates got turned into frisbees. So Leo got into our cupboard at home not long before we left, and he frisbeed each one of them down the kitchen. And you know, when you frisbee ceramic, you guys can put 2 and 2 together and work out what happens there.
Yeah, and can I just say as well, when we are towing the caravan, all of our stuff just stays nice here. I know looking at that, it might stress you out and think like things move around.
They're gonna break.
But it really doesn't.
It hasn't, no.
And it hasn't, yeah, so it's totally fine.
And we have taken the van off-road and there's some bumpy stuff.
Yeah, and it's totally
been fine.
Yeah, So,
To our surprise too, believe it or not.
Totally get it. Everyone has different wants and needs, and you know, in a perfect world, I know a lot of people like to kind of be organised and buy everything they need for these kind of trips before they go on them. But for us, it has been a bit of a trial and error. Like I mentioned, we've already done 2 culls of like
stuff we've needed, and we've also bought a lot of stuff as well. I suppose the reason we're staying in the sunny coast, not just because we like it so much, but everything's readily available here, so we could kind of do a bit of a practice run in the van, more or less. We come up here, we park up for a few months, work out exactly what we do need, what we don't need, and the only way to do that, I suppose, is actually living in the caravan. It also gives you a bit of a buffering period there where things that are going to break from new, like electrical devices and stuff, like for example our water pump decided to shit itself, and everything's close enough to just duck down to the shop, get the replacement and fit it, so it's all fixed and repaired, covered under warranty, before we actually leave on our, and we leave and go more remote, I guess, because we are planning on going to some remote areas and seeing the whole
free camping and
yeah,
all that
see the whole
kind of
country
stuff.
And yeah, it's pretty good.
So it's been it has been a little bit of a journey, and just letting go of stuff, I suppose, and some material items, which hasn't really been too hard. We've just been pretty good with keeping it simple and what we need. Alright,
so I guess we better give you a review of the van. The van itself has been pretty good. We've had a few things go wrong, like I said, with electrical stuff, but that is as expected when buying a new caravan or a brand new boat or whatever you're buying brand new. There's going to be a few creases to iron out. So we've come to the end of that. We bought the van from, like I said, from Apollo in Nudgee, who I would not recommend buying a van from. They were really, give an example, it took me 6 months to convince them that the battery was not charging while plugged into the vehicle. There was no actual wire running to the battery to charge it. I know a few things about 12 volt, I'm no auto electrician, but I've done enough to know a thing or two. And yeah, like, that's just one of the things that it took them 6 months to repair that for us, and it was like 3 trips up and down from south side of Brisbane to north side of Brisbane, towing the van over tolls and stuff. So it was a bit of a pain in the ass for us. So yeah, if you want to buy a van, I don't recommend buying it from Apollo and Nudgee. Sorry to give a bad review, but it is what it is. I want to be honest here and tell you guys our experiences. They ended up getting it sorted by Underwood Caravan Repairs and Service.
They were really helpful.
They were really helpful. They went through it and they did it all the way it needed to be, that suited our needs, and it was all covered under warranty, which was good. So our solar panel was something we got chucked in when we bought the van. We asked them to throw in some solar, and they did, which I'm pretty happy with.
For the price.
Yeah, for the price that we bought, $43,500 what we paid. Other extras and stuff we bought, the inverter, which was like $500. What else did we buy? The fans, which was, what's that, 150 times, $450 in fans.
Trying to think, yeah, just been lots of little things, to be honest, and things just to make, I guess, our life a little bit more comfortable.
So let's round it up. Say 45 grand is what we paid for this van. Our last video also tells you how much we paid for the car, which was like, what's that, 42 and a half?
Yeah, just over 42,500.
Yeah.
So not bad. We're living indefinitely in a caravan, touring Australia full time for like less than $100,000. Like we said, we will be needing to buy things as we go. We will be getting rid of things as we go, but still, that's not bad. Under $100,000.
Yeah, and that's buying a brand new car and buying a brand new caravan as well. I guess if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel if you like our stuff.
Yeah, it really supports us grow as a small YouTube channel. So yeah, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below if you have any questions or if there's anything you want to know, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
See you guys for this episode. Take it easy. Ciao.